Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is the boy King CJ and we are back with another video. Now I know there is an elephant in the room. Yeah, I was basically gone because I was just working on and stuff. I got a lot of things in the works that kind of got pushed back, delayed a bit, and it kind of killed my motivation for making a video. But I decided I wanted to go ahead and get this one out at the very least before all those come in. So we're gonna upgrade the tier list. So as you guys know, we had a character come into the game. Her name was Miss Scarlet Witch. Awesome. I think she was a great addition to the cast, 100%. Now, let's talk about Miss Wanda. So a lot of her skills, and theoretically, they don't look like they hit the hardest. So without the hardest hitting skills, you're probably not going to be that well suited for PvE. But she does have some kind of utilities going on where, you know, she can get guaranteed crits with a spec, some increase to max damage with some specs. So I see a lot of potential in her, 100%. I think she does lack a bit of AoE. I think if I could go with one negative off the top of my head, it would definitely be the lack of AoE I see from her. She does have a lot of survivability. She has static effects. I think her single target is also doable. Like, I'm not saying nothing that'll stop her from at least being in the upper tier of single target damage, especially with her max dodge. So we'll you know, she's gonna go in the safe spot for now, and then, you know, we'll see how she plays out. Now let's move over here to PvP, right? So PvP, her biggest selling point was PvP. If I'm not mistaken, they even gave us what gear to use for the PvP and what gear to use for the PvE, so I did like that. However, I think she is that rare case of all three of her, you know, costumes can work in PvP. It kind of reminds me of Black Widow-esque. You know, I know people that say I think it was like close combat or whatever it is. Most people say that's not, you know, it doesn't really do much, and they just go to espionage devices or the deadly aim. But I think that Black Widow can definitely work with all three of her specials. And just the same way I think Scarlet Witch is in that sense. Now, I haven't seen anything from Scarlet Witches that are, you know, past 110. I play Dimensional Duel. I have a very ill-built Spider-Man, I would like to say so myself. I haven't really had issues with that Scarlet Witch. And I understand it's kind of like, well, you know, you might be stronger than them, but it's kind of like, you know, I don't know, because my Spider-Man is pretty garbage at this very moment. So the fact that all these Scarlet Witches are losing to my garbage Spider-Man, that's pretty telling of what I'm seeing from her. Now, I'm not saying she's garbage. What I do think is, for sure, I think as a support character, she's going to be fantastic. I think maybe in team settings PvP, like Omega War and Alliance Omega War, I can definitely see her being in the topper tier echelon. But as for now, I'm going to probably put her in most of the safest spots that I can do. And now I want to come down here too as the free-to-play option. Yeah, you know what? Looking at this, if her ideal that you want to get the most out of her is hit that max damage threshold, then I don't know how free to play friendly she's going to be. They gave her ways to hit that max damage, but I don't know if it's enough, if that makes sense. But overall, I'm not really seeing Scarlet Witch to be very hard to build. I think each character that comes out is going to get better and better free to play friendly. Just to let you guys know, this is not the tier list now. This is the tier list before I updated, because a lot of people, for some reason, when I did my last tier list video, I had like Captain America. I think I had him like somewhere right here. This was before his buff, And then a lot of people were like, "Oh my God, Captain America's the best! Oh, Captain America, why is he so low?" And I'm just like, dude, if you finish watching the damn video, he's clearly at number one. But I do see a lot of promotions and demotions that is going around here, because I'm seeing a lot of good things from some other characters and not so much the other characters. So right here, I'm going to cut off. I'm going to do the shuffling around. Then we're going to go back into it, and then we're going to explain why we have some of these demotions and promotions. Alright, so here we are. We're back. As you guys can see, we made some changes around here. First, let's start off with the PvE section. Yeah, this guy here. Yeah, I've been keeping a close eye. Like, when I tell you guys that I'm keeping an eye out for these things, let me just increase this for you guys. When I tell you guys I've been keeping an eye out on things, I honestly mean it. And what I have been seeing from Star-Lord, especially these last two invasions, and then I see that Star-Lord players have also found a way to be pretty decent in Battle Challenge and also Spec Ops as well. Get on them. And then also Alliance Raid too, because in Alliance Raid you got the burn, and then all that burn just stacks upon the damage of your alliance. Yeah. Definitely Star-Lord number 2 by far. I think he might have the most. I don't want to. This may be high take. I think he has the biggest, single target damage in the game. Just doing with all his multipliers and his stacks of burn and all that goody. Iron Man, same thing. I think his is more base, because he doesn't really have that many multipliers like that. But I think on base, if you run the repulsors, and you're gonna need a lot of stamina recovery. But if you run it, yeah, fair play on that one. Scarlet Witch, like I said, I'm gonna keep it moderate for now. I'm not seeing anything too well, but I'm not seeing anything that's just like pure trash. Like, I can see her having way more value than any of these people here. Like, literally, she is literally just Dr. Strange 2.0. But in itself, they actually gave her viable options to hit like her max damage and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm going with her. Now let's go over to the PvP section. Now, you guys do see I did put Iron Man down here, and I also gave him the max build. I don't know what's going on with Iron Man, but I feel like Iron Man has been like stealth nerfed so much. He's still like good, but you can feel that he's not what he once was. And I think that did come from a lot of people complaining about him on the forums, which, yeah, you should probably complain about him on the forums. I mean, I would too. Yikes. But I just feel like this has been some stealth nerds going on. He's not what he once was. And then we have Scarlet Witch coming in here. Now, I'm willing to concede that Scarlet Witch may be better than Black Widow. But for now, again, Scarlet Witch has not earned her stripes yet. I'm only going off what I'm looking. Everything is feeling like, I don't know if you guys have never played Marvel Contest of Champions before, but the Scarlet Witch on there, the way her abilities work is they're just all RNG. So she can continuously hit you, get crits, and then sometimes she just might not get her damage boost or whatever it is. And then there might be other games where she's just critting like crazy. She's getting Fury buffs. She's getting critical rate buffs. Like, she's getting a whole lot of buffs to do way more damage. That's what this Scarlet Witch reminds me of. Kind of a RNG wheel, right? Because a lot of her skills are predicated on her hitting that max damage and also that guaranteed critical rate when she hits that max damage. Now, you can probably supplement the damage, like supplement some of the RNG with the damage, but you really can't, like, unless there's a way to get her like 100% max damage rate, or at least even 90% max damage, then it's going to be a RNG. There's going to be maybe some DD games where you're hitting max damage and it just feels like you're just knocking it out of park. And you're going to have some DD matches where you're not even sniffing it, and now you're hitting like a weenie. And I think that's the biggest thing I am having with Scarlet Witch. But I have to see how she plays around. But for now, I think she's really good here at 4th. And I'm gonna say this, she can also be a demotion to Iron Man, because Iron Mans are still like, doing the thing. Heck, even like free to play, low spending, mid tier Iron Man are still wreaking havoc. So it's not like he's just pure trash. Now let's move it down to free to play. So I did make changes to free to play. I think Storm is the best PvE, the best, free to play player that the game has to offer. Only for the simple fact that as a free to play player, you're going to have to value PvE way more than PvP. I think that the only reason that I had Iron Man even up there was because he could do both. But after this update, now they have that 12% attack boost. It's like, the matchmaking has been a lot more worse. We have people like kind of doing like the level 110, the level 90 cheese tactic, and it's like right now at this very moment, PvP is not at a good state. So as a free-to-play player, even like especially a free-to-play new play player, bro, like PvP is not going to be the game mode you're going to want to touch. But however, as you guys can see, it kind of goes Storm all the way up here because she's just so easy to build for PvE, man. Shot cards, get your crit rate, get your crit damage up, you'll be fine. You will be fine. Iron Man, still the same goals. He's very easy to build. Very easy to cap stats due to his gears, specializations, enhanced potentials, all that good stuff. Now, Black Widow and Scarlet Witch, I think they're easy to build as free-to-plays as well. But the biggest issue that like I told you guys, I think that they're going to mainly specialize in PvP. And like I said, free-to-play as PvP, it's not what you're really looking for. It's pretty gross. It's pretty gross. I'm tripping, guys. You know why? Star-Lord. I think I've seen things coming from him as well. I'm gonna change him too. I think Star-Lord can be used as both PvE and PvP because he has been well. But again, the thing with Star-Lord and why he's not really the best free-to-play player is because he relies so heavily on RNG. You want him to have all the right roles. You want him to have all, don't run nothing less than, flame. You're going to want specific stats on gear. Like, he's one of those characters you're going to need a lot of specific things in order to make this guy work. Look at Star-Lord more as a all in or all out kind of character. Like, you can't half him, man. You got to go all the way in on him. And then we have Captain America, Spider-Man. No PvE value whatsoever, honestly, if I keep it real with you, besides the support. And then we have these two jokers down here. They just suck. Like, man, I'm gone, bro. Look, these two people sucks, bro. Captain Marvel is the worst. Oh, yeah, man. You can say Captain Marvel sucks, but then you're going to have that one person that's like, oh, but this freaking 2.83 million Captain Marvel is fine. It's like, dude, she's like 3 mil, like 2. Yeah, man. Anybody up there can make a character look good. It's just overall, she's just bad. Just a bad character. And then even get Dr. Strange. Oh, my God. Look, Dr. Strange is literally just a lesser of Scarlet Witch and Magic. All the issues that Dr. Strange have, they gave those fixes to Magic and Wanda. So essentially, people who did Dr. Strange, you have half of a character that's finished, and then instead of them putting the other half to that character, no, they're telling you, go get that other 50% in these two characters. So why even play this buster? It's beyond me. All right, everybody. All right. Yep, that looks like everything we're good with. You guys let me know what your comments is, man. Hey, please be civil. My God, you guys are never civil in this. It's pretty funny, but I appreciate everyone that watches the videos. Until then, man, take care. It's your boy King CJ signing out. Peace.